Hello and welcome to all of you once again in the class of SYBCom Marketing Management 1. In our previous lecture, we had learned the detailed concept of marketing strategy as well as the importance, scope and types of various marketing strategies. Now, in our today's lecture, we are going to start the unit number 3 marketing planning. So let's move on the study content first. So, students, these are the study content of our today's lecture. I have to read all of these content one by one. Number one, basic introduction of marketing planning. In this lecture, we have to learn the basic introduction, meaning and definition of marketing planning. Number two, importance and types of marketing planning. Number three, basic elements and process of marketing planning. So in this lecture, we are also going to learn the detailed procedure of marketing planning. So let's start with the introduction first. So student, you can see the introduction of marketing planning. In this introduction, it is clearly stated that marketing planning is the process of organizing and defining the marketing aims of a company and gathering strategies and tactics to achieve them. A solid marketing plan should consist of the company's value position, information regarding its target market or customers, a competitive positioning of its competitors in the market, promotion strategies, distribution channels, and budget allocated for the plan. All relevant teams in the organization should refer to the marketing plan. In other words, marketing planning is the process of producing a marketing plan incorporating overall marketing objectives, and the strategies and programs of action are designed to achieve those objectives. Now, in next para, we have to see the definition of marketing planning. Marketing planning is the process of developing marketing plan incorporating overall marketing objectives, strategies and programs of action designed to achieve these objectives. So, this is the importance of marketing planning. I have to explain one by one in detail. Number 1, formulation of policies and objectives. The basic job of planner is to determine marketing objects and policies in the light of business objectives. Unless objectives are set and policies are developed, the businesses may be doldrum in the absence of efficient marketing operations. Number 2, preparation of marketing plan. A marketing plan is being to support marketing objects and policies. A planner should maintain maximum flexibility in the marketing plan so that proper direction can be given. Efforts of marketing people are organized systematically and important marketing programs can be launched to achieve marketing objectives. Number 3, an effective marketing decisions. A systematic and careful planning creates groundwork for crucial marketing decisions. A planner has to take several decisions while making marketing planning at various points or occasions. Number 4, reduce uncertainty. Marketing planning reduces uncertainty and negative effects of unforeseen circumstances beyond the control of management or the businessman. And last one, number 5, projective analysis. The basic aim of planning for marketing is the plan for coming 5 to 10 years. By the end of these years, the business is expanded. It is easy to work on this planning to achieve aims and objectives of the businesses. So guys, these are the importance of marketing planning. So we have to move forward on next slide. So student, these are the types of marketing plan. I have to explain one by one all of these marketing plan. First upon, number one, direct marketing. Direct marketing is used by a company that wants to promote its product and services directly to the consumer. Methods for delivering these types of marketing includes email, mobile, messaging, and interactive websites, promotional material, etc. Number two, indirect marketing. Indirect marketing is a passive or aggressive marketing strategy that puts less focus on a product or service and more focus on your company. Companies participate in indirect marketing strategies by donating to charities and sponsoring events. Number three, cause marketing. Cause marketing is a form of indirect marketing that links a company to social issues or causes. A company that advertises its product as a being friendly on the environment is using this kind of marketing strategies. Number four, relationship marketing. Relationship marketing is a strategy where a company places emphasis on customer satisfaction and the company's appreciation of the customer. This type of marketing strategy often involves offering discounts to current customers, sending birthday wishes to current customers, and offering current customers low cost products, etc. And last one, number five, niche marketing. The purpose of a niche marketing plan is to reach a target audience that has been forgotten or to offer products or services with a limited audience. So we have to move on next slide. Next important concept is elements of marketing plan. The following are the some important and different elements which are covered under the marketing planning. Number one, objectives. Setting up of objectives are the first and important element or step of marketing planning. It is the responsibility of every marketing executive to set organizational objectives systematically. Number two, forecast. Forecasting is an art of driving conclusions about the future. In other words, we can say that forecast is the future estimation of future or future demand or sales. Now, modern marketing requires a lot of accurate information, which is the basis of forecast for the future. Number three is procedure. Procedure are laid down to serve as a guidelines to the actual marketing activity. So procedure is also important element of marketing plan. Number four is policies. Policies are the important guidelines for achieving the set of objectives of the firm. The policies are classified in three categories. First one is basic policies, second one is common policies, and third one is departmental policies. Number five, program. A special kind of planning program helps the solution of some problems. We can say that problem is a set of instruction which is helpful for achieving organizational objectives effectively. And last one is schedule. Schedule indicate the time and period when a particular activity has to be undertaken. So schedule is also major and important part of elements of marketing planning. So let's move on the next slide. So student, this is the last part of our lecture is process of marketing plan. Marketing planning process is a series of stages that are usually followed in a sequence. Organizations can adopt their marketing plan to suit the circumstances and their requirements. Marketing planning process involves both the development of objectives and specifications for how to achieve the objectives. Following are the steps which involved in a marketing plan. Number one, mission. Mission is the reason for which an organization exists. Mission statement is a straightforward statement that shows why an organization is in business, provides basic guidelines for further planning, and establish broad parameters for the future. Number 2, corporate objectives. Objectives are the set of goals to be achieved within a specified period of time. Corporate objectives are most important goals the organization as a whole wishes to achieve within a specified period of time, say 1 or 5 years. All the departments of an organization, including marketing department, works in harmony to achieve the corporate objectives. Marketing department must appreciate the corporate objectives and ensure its action and decisions support the overall objectives of the organization. Number 3, marketing audit. Marketing audit helps in analyzing and evaluating the marketing strategies, activities, problems, goals, and results. Marketing audit is done to check all the aspects of business directly related to marketing department. Number 4 is SWOT analysis. The information gathered through the marketing audit process is used in the development of SWOT analysis. It is a look at organization's marketing efforts and its strength, weakness, opportunities, and threats related to marketing functions. The full form of SWOT analysis is strength, weakness, opportunities, and threats. Strength and weakness are factors inside the organization that can be controlled by the organization. Opportunities and threats are factors outside the organization which are beyond the direct control of an organization. Number 5, marketing objectives and strategies. After identification of opportunities and challenges, the next step is to develop marketing objectives that indicate the end state to achieve marketing objective. Marketing objective reflects what an organization can accomplish through marketing in the coming years. Objectives identify the endpoint to achieve. Marketing strategies are formed to achieve the marketing objectives. And last one, number 6, forecast the expected result. Marketing managers have to forecast the expected results. They have to project the future numbers, characteristics, and trends in the target market. So student, I have completed all the study contents in easy and detailed format. In our next lecture, we will learn the concept of sales forecasting and its methods. Thank you. So student, in today's session, we have to learn the basic concept, meaning, definition of consumer behavior, scope of consumer behavior, determinants or factors which can be influencing the consumer behavior, as well as the buying motives of consumer, etc. In our next lecture, I am going to start a new lesson. The title of this lesson is Marketing Planning. Thank you.